my first video. I'm gonna get straight to it because everyone here already knows who I am, knows why I'm here. I'm gonna be talking about the first time. Well, yeah, the first time I ever ran from the police. This goes back a couple years. Yeah, it goes pretty back. It goes to my freshman year. So this was 2018, I believe. It was early 2018. Um, Long story short, on why I had to run from the police is, I ended up taking a weapon out on someone, like mid campus, and I stole their money straight up. There were some other events that happened before which led to that, like to me doing that. But I'm gonna leave that out of the story. This is just a story from where I ran from the cops. Anyways, um, so it's an early school morning. I wake up. The next day I go to school like if nothing had happened the day before. And so I want to say around my second period, I was in my what was it? It was in my theater. Yeah, my theater class. So it was like a drama, like like all that. And we were doing these scenes. We were doing like I was in the middle of a scene, and the teacher, this teacher saved my life. She comes up to me and she's like, "Hey, like they're looking for you, like in the front office, like they're not here yet, but like I know they're looking for you." I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. So I go to my classroom. I go in through my bag. I'm like, shoot, like what do I do? And then I don't know where I just like feel someone behind me. I'm like, and they're like, "Can you step with me?" I'm like, fuck. I'm like, they already know what the fuck happened the day before. So I'm like, shit. And like, he's like, "Hand me your bag, like, so you don't take it." I'm like, damn, alright. I had a knife in my fucking. I used to wear basketball shorts under my pants. So I would stick a knife in, like, under the, like, the pants in the basketball shorts so they wouldn't be, like, as noticeable. And so as I'm walking through the office, everyone's, like, looking at me like, "Oh, what did he do?" I used to get in trouble all the time freshman year, but it was, like, for dumb shit. Regular freshman shit. And this particular day, everyone was like, "Oh, like, it was probably something stupid." And as I walk into the office, there's two police officers and like two security guards with I think it was the vice principal. I'm not too sure, but it was someone like that. And so I walk in and they're like, like, "What did you do yesterday afternoon?" I was like, "I don't know. What did I do?" I was like, "I didn't do nothing." They're like, like, "What did you do after school?" I was like, nothing. And they're like, "Did you talk to any friends? Something like, talk to any friends?" I was like, "Nah, man. Like, I just left school." They're like, "Oh, 'cause we have footage, of you like doing something other than just like talking to a friend or anything." I was like, I'm fucked. I was like, I knew what was going on. I was like, I borrowed a friend from a money. I borrowed money from a friend. There we go. My bad. And they're like, "Oh, you borrowed money from a friend, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like that's all I did." And the footage is just straight up of me fucking taking out a knife and robbing this kid, bro. Straight up. Um, some shit happened before where I was like, okay, like, but anyway, so I do that and I get caught next day. So I'm in the office. Okay, this is where it starts to get like kind of like whoa. As they're just telling me about like what's gonna happen, like okay. And the officer starts reading me my Miranda rights. I'm like, I gotta get out of here. So I'm like, can I use the restroom? They're like, "Use the restroom? You can't use the restroom. We're putting you under arrest. You're detained." I was like, "It'll be quick. Like, just like let me go." Boy, they fucked up by letting me go. I go to the restroom. It was like a weird. Let me explain. It's like, so you have the restroom, right? You have the restroom, and once you leave, if you take a left, it's like all like the offices, like where they had me in. And if you take a right, it goes to the hallway to where, like, if you keep on going straight to the front office, which has the front door. So as I'm in the restroom, I'm like sending selfies to all my friends. I'm like about to get fucking arrested, man. I'm like nervous. I'm nervous. My anxiety was like up here, bro. My anxiety was just like my heart was pounding, and I just think to myself, I'm gonna fucking get out of the school and just run. So guess what I did when I came out the restroom? I take a left. So like the cop, he just like goes and follows. As soon as he turns around, I just turn around, bro. I start booking it, and there's this little gate that the lady at the front office has to like press, so like the little gate could open. Boy, I jumped over that fucking little gate. I jumped over it, bro. Go through the front door. The lady's yelling, "You can't go out. You can't go out through there. No, no, no." Bro, I just started running. I'm like, oh, I'm running as fast as I can. My freshman year, I was pretty fit, so I wasn't like tired. I was running like crazy, bro. And as I'm getting like 20 feet ahead, I hear the door like slam open. They're like, "Hey, get over here!" And so I'm just running. I'm running, bro, for my life. And my anxiety was like, "Why did you do that, man? You just made things like 10 times worse on you." And so I keep on running, and it's a weird school. It's like not a long drive, but like a little like drive. And in front of like the school, like where it was, there was this like church, and like right behind it was like desert. It was just like all desert. And what happened? So I start running, and I see like of course the cop cars start going, and like the fucking security guards in their little car. So I run behind this church where there's like a desert, and I'm just running through the desert. And I then proceeded to like sit down because it was fucking hot and I was tired of running. I sat down in the middle of the desert. I'm like, what the fuck did I get myself into? From then I start texting like my friends. I'm like, yo, bro, like I need a place to hide like right now. Like right now I need to go. And they're like, what? Like nah, bro. Like sorry, I can't get you this and that. I'm like, shit. And then the worst part, I was not looking forward to this. I get a call from my mom, and she texted me. She was like, "What did you do? Like, what happened? Like, talk to me. Like, where are you?" She just told me, like, go to fucking. I'm gonna pick you up somewhere, and you better fucking be there. Like this and that. Like, if they catch you, don't run. Like, don't run. You just fucking stay there. And she was like, just make sure they don't notice you, like, bro, like, blah, 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 all these things. So I'm like, fuck it. And I just go to where she told me to. I'm like walking. I feel super sketch, bro, like super, super sketch. I'm like walking. I get to this, Burger King where I proceed to, have some food before I meet with my mom. And so I'm having this, like, 2 for $6, like, chicken sandwich. And I'm waiting for my mom, and I'm just there, like, and I started getting that anxiety. I'm like, fuck. Then I see my mom's car park outside. I'm like, eee. So I walk outside, and I just get in the car, and I'm just there, like, and she was like, what the fuck, dude? I'm like, bruh, like I don't know. I was like, I don't know what got into me. I just started booking it, and from then, she took me back to the school where they proceeded to ask me like all these questions. What happened is, what provoked you to do that? Why did you run? And they just started like reading me my rights and like all that. And I asked like what was gonna happen. They're like, you're going to court. And for me, I didn't really understand what court was too much back then, so I was like, court. I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do there? Crazy story though, man. Like, it was that anxiety, bro. Is when I was in the restroom, I was just like, I need to get the fuck out of here, man. I start running, bro. I start running. That shit was crazy. But yeah, that was the first time I ran from the police. Yeah, it was my freshman year, where after I got charged with armed robbery with a deadly weapon. Class A felony. So some other things after that, community service, like all that. Court went well, everything was perfectly fine, but that was the first time I ran from the police. Thanks for listening in. I'm sorry if the fucking microphone sounds like shit, or if some of my words are like weird. I don't know how to fucking talk into this shit properly, like too much, and I don't know how like it works too much. So I mean, this is all I got on my phone and this, but shout out to everyone showing love, like already, bro. Already got a lot of people supporting, so I appreciate that, man. It's cool to talk about this, but I'll catch you in another video later soon. Peace.